Hey everyone, welcome to a video, and this one is a review of Joop Homme EDP. Now, before we get into it, let's have a look at the box and let's have a look at the bottle. Now, the bottle is exactly the same as a lot of the range from the Joop Homme line. It is the same. However, you can see the juice is sort of a medium brownish ambery colour. This is classed as a amber scent, and they've got the juice colour correct for that. You get Joop Homme with the EDP at the bottom in gold. I don't know if you'll see. You have to see that there. EDP. Joop Homme. And everything's the same. The cap is the same as the original, maybe a tad darker, but that's about it. There's no other difference. You've got some information on the bottom, and that's pretty much it. His sprayer is gold, so that might be a slight difference there, just to match the lettering on the bottle. So I'm going to quickly go through the notes, etc., for those who are interested in that. This came out in 2001 and is an EDP, as you saw. Top notes of hazelnut, cinnamon and bergamot. Mid notes of orange blossom, heliotrope, cardamom, honey and fir. And base notes are vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood, cashmeran, moss and vetiver. Okay, so out of the notes, what do I get to my nose? Okay, so I get a slight nuttiness from this hazelnut. To me, it doesn't really smell of hazelnut. It's just an overall, very slight, subtle nuttiness. The sweet cinnamon from the original Joop Homme is there. You get a bit of vanilla. This one to me is more tonka bean heavy. This is trying to be a sort of more modern version of the original by using more tonka bean than the vanilla. And that's what it actually is. When you first put it on, you get a faint hint of the original with basically just an updated version. It smells like they've gone down the route of every other house where if something's popular, they make their new fragrance smell like that. So this has got similarities, sort of, to something like a Armani Code Absolute, Armani Stronger With You. It's sort of this tonka bean and vanilla sweet mix, and then these are doing the same with this release. So you can call this the Joop Homme 2021, which I would call it that. I mean, the original, what was that, late 80s, early 90s, something around there, and they've just basically updated it with notes that are popular today. So as I say, when you spray this on, you get all these different notes, and it does hint to the original. Now, what I will say, the longer you have this on your body, the more and more it will smell similar to the original. Now, what this one does, I think, a little better than the original, is it doesn't come off quite so synthetic for the first few hours. It's still very sweet. It still smells very similar to the original. But this one takes all those sort of rough edges away, and that very, very synthetic vibe has gone in this one. So, have they improved it? Well, in that sense, yes, but they haven't in another way, because I like the original Joop Homme. Once it's dried down in that harsh synthetic side and a bit of a mess really at the top, goes away, you have got a beautiful scent. Now, you know, that was my scent back in the day when it first came out and it was popular and all those things. And there's one gripe I will say, that, and they're all doing it, all designers are doing it, that if something's popular, of course they're going to have their version of it. And to be honest, I wish they didn't do that. Or maybe they did that and bring something out unique as well, because every scent for the last 3-4 years has been vanilla, tonka bean and amber heavy, especially tonka bean, and this one is no exception. I wish that some designer somewhere would have the balls just to come out with something absolutely completely different at the time, like Joop back in the day. As the original Joop back in the day was completely just haywire when it came out. It really just like exploded, because all you were really getting back then were something like Acqua di Gio type of things, just fresh, clean, soapy, aquatics, and then wham, this super in your face, really strong synthetic sweet scent came out of the original Joop, and it just blew people away. Like, what the hell is this? This is something completely different, and you're not getting that in modern perfumery. As soon as something becomes popular, everybody starts making the same, and everybody starts making things that smell very similar to each other. And for me, that's why I don't really do designer that much anymore, because they all start smelling the same. Well, as I said, this one does hint at the original, but you have to wear it for a good length of time. The longer you wear this, the more and more certain notes start to drop off and the original starts coming in. Now, it never gets to the original. I'm not saying that. It always stays on a slightly ambery, more tonka bean than vanilla heavy, but you do get that sweet that sweet cinnamon and original hints in there of this to the original. But it's a nod to it. You can smell the original in it, but it's sort of got a modern twist to it as well. So for performance, I've been wearing this for the last week or so, and I will say the performance is very good. Not as good as, say, when the original Joop come out, but then that was just a nuclear beast of thing that stuck to your skin for weeks if you let it. But I've been lucky with this one. This has actually been performing really well on me. Now, I tend to have a couple of sprays on the neck and then one on the chest. Now, of course, one on the chest is going to be rubbing against whatever I'm wearing, let's say a t-shirt. And the start of the week when I've been wearing this, I wore it under a t-shirt for the day, and then I put my t-shirt in the laundry bin. And 3 days later, when I come to do the laundry, I pulled it out, and I just had a massive waft of this off of the t-shirt that I was wearing on the day. So three or 4 days later, and I pick up the t-shirt basically that this was just rubbing on off my chest, and a massive hit of this scent. So it has got a good longevity, certainly on clothing. I noticed I certainly got a very all day on skin, so it's easily a 12-hour on skin on me, and if you get it on clothes, it's going to stick there for weeks. So it has got some performance to go along with its odor puffer. Not all fragrances do that with the odor puffers. A lot of odor puffers don't actually work that well on me, but this one seems to do well. And what I would say that I can't really recommend, I don't know what I would wear it with. I mean, I would say this is perfect autumn scent. Probably strong enough to go through winter as well, but the way it smells and its performance and everything else, I would say it's perfect timing on its release. That this is going to be a great autumn scent for someone who likes the original, plus been looking for some like a modern version to come out, and look at this one. But when and where to wear it, as in occasion, to be honest, the only really way I can see this is either casual or as the original was intended. And the original was intended when it come out, I think again late 80s, early 90s, was a clubbing scent. So the original was a massive clubbing hit, and I can see this being the same. I can see this, like, the only reason that you would wear this is to really go out and go clubbing. But this is, again, it's been modernised for the modern noses and what's popular. So this is the like the original nightclubber's dream but for today's taste. And I think that, you know, they've done, if that was what they was intending, then they've done a fantastic job, because it really goes down the clubbing route, but for it's like today's taste in this tonka bean, very sweet tonka bean thing that's going on. So well done on Joop for modernising it for today's tastes. But on the other hand, I wish they would have just come out with something more unique like they did with the original. So overall, am I enjoying this scent? Well, yes, actually, I've been enjoying it all week. That's all the only perfume I've been trying. Now I've only been putting 3 sprays on average, 1 on each side of the neck, 1 under the shirt, and it's been perfectly fine. That's all you really need, and it's been lasting me all day. So yes, I've been enjoying it. You know, it's not too far from the original, but it's definitely a modernised version. Now, I'm not big on this modern sweet tonka bean thing, but the way that they've done this is they've put sort of, I would say, halfway of the original is in there. You can smell it, especially when it's been on this on your skin for a good sort of 3 or 4 hours. You will start getting hints in the air of the original, but they've took all the harshness out of it, all the synthetic sweetness out of it. Well, the sweetness is there, but I mean just the synthetic side of it has been taken away and smoothened out a bit, and just given a modern twist with this tonka bean. And it's you know, I think it works. I still love the original. I just don't like the opening that much. I wish I could have that scent as it is after about 2 or 3 hours on the skin, and it'd be perfect. I didn't have to wait for it. And that's sort of where this goes. It goes straight into that 2 or 3 hour of where Joop settles and becomes great, just with that, again, a modern twist to it. And yeah, I've been enjoying it, and I certainly will be enjoying it. But again, I wish they just didn't sort of give in to the modern nose and come up with something completely unique. So that's it for my review of Joop Eau de Parfum. Let me know if you've tried this. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you gonna invest and buy a bottle? I bought the big 125ml. You can get, I believe, a 75ml. I just got this at a reasonable rate for the size of the bottle, so I thought I might as well go for the larger one. Anybody try this? Leave a comment below, and I will answer as soon as I can. I'd love to know people's thoughts on this fragrance. As Joop is, the line itself is one of my sort of favourites. I've got quite a few. I've got like the original, I've got Ice, I've got this one, I've got a few others, yeah, I think overall it's a good addition for a modern scent of the original. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you again soon on another video.